Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. I'm going to do a very simple top-down analysis. Now I want this video to be very quick because I'm not feeling well, but I felt like I needed to put this out there. Now if you are a person who is struggling with top-down analysis, especially if you are marking so many things in the chart that is giving you information paralysis and you get confused all the time, you come to the chart, you don't know whether to buy or to sell, this video is for you. Now what are the requirements that you need to know to execute this SMC strategy that I don't see anyone trading? Is you need to understand order flow. There are videos here in my channel that talks about order flow and examples, and then you also need to understand valid pullbacks, because it is the valid pullbacks that makes up a proper order flow. So put that in mind. Now there are criteria under which I come to the market, place the marking, and then I go about it. The first thing I check is external range marked in 1 day. Now this is an example, so I want us to start from this point. Maybe I need to bar replay a little bit. All these trades that I'm going to show you here, I've taken them and they're in my Telegram group. I'm going to show you them, so don't think that I'm just marking them randomly. So we can see that from the value we mark external range in 1 day, and then that is the high and the low of the daily candle, like in this case. The second thing we do is marked internal range in 4 hours. So you are going to see the 4 hours pullback. That is the candle from that was formed from this point henceforth, be in that previous day or overnight. And then the next thing we do is to wait for either high or the low of that internal range to be taken. When one is taken, we look at after 4 hours takes the needed 1 hour 1 day direction. Like in this case, the candle is bearish. What is your business looking for bullish? Even if the market was moving like this, your business would be, because you don't understand that the market changed character. Now let me explain. If you check here, this market moved like this. Proper understanding of a valid pullback. Then the market pulled back, picking liquidity at this particular point, which was very nice. Then it pushed, causing a break of structure above here. And then what did the market do? Market came back, and in 4 hours the market has already shifted bearish. So it is good risk. It is good risk to take sells instead. So let me just repeat that. My network misbehaved, so let me just repeat that, and you're going to see in 4 hours what I'm saying. So the daily came, pushed back, and then what happened? It came here, and then already this is already a change of character in the daily time frame. Let me explain why. Now this is the lowest point that pulled that caused this push upward, causing a break of this structure you are seeing here, a break of structure you are seeing here. But then you have to go to the individual candles and know exactly what caused this break of structure. At what point did this break of structure originate? That is what is protected. If that is violated, it means that we are now changing character. Now you trace back to the low here. What caused this break of structure? This is the candle low that caused this break of structure. That means the market should never read this if we want to stay bullish. But the market went ahead and raided it. So that means that on 1 day there was already change of character. It's all a matter of time before before this high, this low was going to be liquidated too. Now some people are waiting for the change of character to take place here, but in real sense the change of character already taken here. So if you understand valid pullbacks, you will know that the following day we should be bearish and not bullish. Now again, I want you to take note here. If you check, this was the demand that pushed prices, this was the supply, sorry, this was the supply that pushed prices downwards. So at any point in the future, this here, this this low here, sorry, this high here should never be taken. This is the protected low, sorry, high. If it is taken, the market is back again to being bullish until we get another set of printed candles that we can identify with. Now those ones that I've just explained here is extremely technical, and therefore if you don't understand, try and watch my videos. You will see where I explain valid pullbacks. So the valid pullback is here and then here, but now what about the order flow? Order flow started from this point to this point. Now this again, this bearish order flow started from this point to this point. Now I looked for buys here, got some reaction, and the following day I was a little bit neutral, though I was still looking for buys, got some reaction, not proper entry, a lot of range, showing that momentum is still dying down. And when this happened, this confirms that tomorrow we are going to be bearish. So I've already gotten my bias, that is marked my daily high and low. So what is the next thing? The next thing is to go to 4 hours and mark the internal ones. So we shift to 4 hours, and this is where the last candle of the day was printed in 4 hours. So we have to play a price a little bit. Now as you can see, the price that is we are trading London and New York, so we have to wake by the time London is starting, it's day on my side. So this is 4, I'm still asleep. Oh sorry, this is the 8 candle I wanted, sorry for that. So I wake up in the day, I wake up in the morning, and then I start studying the internal. This is the price leg that caused the change of character, as you can see somewhere here. Wicks don't lie. I know you're used to getting change of character when you have a confirmation of bullish of a closure here. In most occasions, wicks don't lie. Like in this case, this was taken and we went. So let me just focus on this. So what happens overnight? The market bought successfully, and then again it sold, valid pullback. You see this taking liquidity of this candle, so it was now buying. So to get your valid direction, you will have to go to mark the high, 4 hours internal high and low. That now after marking that, if 8 a.m. my time of London starts, I'm looking to take buys because this is the 4 hours. Let me get those markers. So I've already marked I'm looking for sales only. And what do I need to check? I need to check that liquidities in 4 hours are taken for me to go for a short, instead of looking for supplies on up here that now we are pulling back to this point. You will be chopped, my friend. We are looking for sales, so we are not looking for buy. So even if this high goes, it's supposed to go up to this point. It should be bullish. Now if this low goes, it's supposed to be bearish. Now I'm looking forward to see this go, because I want to align myself with the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame. So when I wake up, I just go to, I know that if this goes, this was the last high before the push downwards, so it should not go. It is protected for the market to go down. So I wake up and find that the pullback is already happening, buy pullback. So I'm expecting to see a low, this low being taken, and mostly I'll be more even interested if I see this low if this low is taken. It means that this low has been taken, this low has been taken, and this will be the next one. So I'm very curious when the market reaches here and see what happens. So that one I've already marked my 4 hours that I expect to see being taken for me to get the buy. If high is taken, I go for a buy. If low is taken, I'm going for sell. But since I want to align myself with the daily time frame, I am more interested in seeing this side go, and then I'll get into high probability sells. Now we go to 15 minutes. Sorry. So we go to 15 minutes. So we've already marked everything. So let me just, so we've already marked internal range, which is from this point to this point. So I would like to see, even if this one is taken, I would now go back to, even if I wanted to buy, I would now go, I wait for 4 hours to take the needed 1 day direction. The needed 1 day direction is on the downward side. So I'm not that much interested with what if this is taken. Then I know that we are now into deep pullback, so I will probably not look for trade that day, or I'll just be observing the order flow. And if you check closely, let me bring this closer. If you check this closely, you will realize that the order flow is bullish. The market changed character somewhere here, now started pulling back, push, obeying order flow, obeying order flow, obeying order flow, obeying order flow. So I'm very neutral so far, because I'm expecting this one to be taken and then the market to keep going upwards. So London opens and we can see a reaction again. This was a break of structure, another break of structure is happening down here. So I'm just observing, another break of structure is happening down there. So that high is taken. So it means I'm not interested anymore in looking for sales until this one is taken. So I'm just observing order flow and see if it continues bullish, because if this is taken, we should see continuation in bullish. Otherwise, it's just a liquidity point, and I wouldn't be interested. I would just be following order flow. Now, what happens? We get immediately the market changes character there. You see the order flow was bullish, break of structure, change of character. Well, we are doing well now, so I want to see this order flow being respected. I'm just observing. I'm not taking any trade. I'm just observing because I know we should be buying, but order flow is taken. So as you can see, the market moves rapidly. It means that area was a liquidity point. So even if I was buying, I would have taken my buys when this one was taken, because we only trade in the second pullback. Or unless you want to take risky entry like this, you will be chopped out. You will check in this entry criteria. So as you can see, the market goes very fast, doesn't even pull back, because the daily direction, okay, it pulls back when London opens. So this is London open my time. So I'm expecting this order flow to hold, and then we get another change of character, another break of structure. Sorry, we get another break of structure there. So I'm expecting that order flow to hold, and immediately it holds, confirming that we've taken this. So order flow has aligned bearish. Now let me go and now study the internal, because this was news. I think this was news. So I'll just study internally here and see if we get a shift downwards, and then I'll take a sell. So the market keeps going. So if you take a risky, if you took a risky trade somewhere here, or sells to take out this low, because you want to align yourself with the general order flow of the daily time frame, then you could be heavily in profit. So I start observing the market, what it is doing. It is pulling back nicely, and then we have a pullback. So it pushed, and then we have now a pullback. Just observing, keeps pulling back downwards, nice. And then now let's see if it will take the high. Now it takes the high. So what has happened here? The market has moved up, pushed down, and took this, causing a break of structure. So let's just continue. This is internal. I'm observing order flow. Now I'm expecting this one to hold. If this one does not hold, to keep going upward, then we could be selling. Now what happens? The momentum to upward is dying, but what is happening internally? We are trying to sell, and then we have not taken this. So the most appropriate, if you want to take the riskiest entry, is to see this goes. So this should be your entry point, and then your stop loss somewhere there. But I'm not yet in trade. And then, as you can see, if you are impatient, FOMO, you want to deal with FOMO, within this leg you can just steal the order flow. This is a push down, push up, push down. So it means that this market is now beginning to go down on lower time frame. So you can take your market execution there, or if you're afraid, you can still go and take in you can take in after this candle is taken out. So most probably if this one is taken, this one will be taken out, and then the order flow shall have already aligned in a higher time frame. So according to me, so monitoring order flow in 15 minutes that is what I've been doing. Now enter on the second 15-minute order flow. Now as you can see, this one was the first order flow, came down. This one was the second. So I'm on the second order flow, so that is why I'm just checking internally. All the same, that is why I can comfortably take entries here. I'm in the second order flow, so my target would be 1 to 3. 1 to 3, that should be the target, at least 1 to 3, so that you can reward yourself. Enter on the second 15 minutes order flow. I would have entered here, I would have taken my shorts here, I would have placed my sell stop here. If this market had already plunged this, I would have taken my short somewhere here and stop loss above here for a 1 to 3. I would have taken there, but the market did not do that. That is why I didn't take it, because I needed at least this one to be taken. If this one was taken, this one was going to be taken out, so I would have placed my sell stop somewhere there, because this is the second order flow. Now we didn't take that one, so we're just observing price inside. So what happens, we get another retry, and as you can see, boom, the market moves in our direction rapidly. This is not news, this is just order flow. So if you are afraid of taking other entries, this is still an opportunity to load in more orders and then wait and see how the market is moving. As you can see, that was a good TP 1 to 3. What about this? This you could be sacrificing some of the if you take late entry, like let's say this, you should have placed the most appropriate stop loss is here, but this low should not be broken. If this low is broken, this entire market analysis is wrong. Therefore you should be able to get at least a 1 to 3. This I shared in my Telegram. I'm going to show you. So this is done for the day. The trade was successful either way, so we go and wait for the second day to form. So we go back to daily. We are done with that day. The day I'm recording this, I've already taken my trade and they have already gone to profit, and that is why I am free to record this thing. Now what happens again? The market came back, the market successfully sold, so we delete these ones, are not important now. These ones are not important. So on this, we again mark our high and low. We continue with the order flow. The order flow came nicely. You can see the way it pushed down. So we are looking for again sell-offs. That is already marked external range, this and this, but we are targeting this. So internal range in 4 hours. So 4 hours, this is our internal range in 4 hours. So let's start marking. So the market is now downward. Let's see if it is going to push. The market is still going downwards. What is the time? This is midnight now. We are not yet awake. So the next candle should be 8. So we start to mark and look at how the market is moving. So if this high is taken, because this is the high that is pushing prices downwards, we will not be interested in looking for shorts until, let's say, this high will be taken, because we are assuming that the market will open at 8 and will take this. So we would be looking for a reversal or the low of that particular candle that is going to take out this high, that is going to give us a sell. So we are very calm. Let me shift to 1 hour. As you can see, 1 hour is still buying, no problem. So we move on. So we are not interested in any trade so far. So as you can see, this one is not yet taken. So what is the time? London has already opened, and you can see immediately London opens, takes this high and we should be looking for buys. But since you want to align ourselves with the daily time frame, we are not looking for buys, we are calm. We go back to 15 minutes, we go to 4 hours first of all, and know that now the market has moved downward, upward. So if this low is taken, here, the market is back to bearish again. If this low is taken, because the market just moved like this, the market sold, the market was selling, then it pulled back a little bit, internal. This is from this point now internal, the market sold, and then it pushed forward. Now the question is, what caused this movement? What is the low under the origin of this movement? You go down and check order flow. Order flow originated from this point or this point. Either of them is high probability, no problem. So we go back to 15 minutes and wait to see if this one is going to be taken, and then mark see order flow. Now what happens if you check here, this was the high that was taken, this was the high that took this, so we should be seeing if we are to buy this second one, this is where we will buy from. If this one is taken, we are going to buy. But instead, what it has done, it has shifted character, because the market moved this way. The market moved from this point to this point to this point to this point to this point. Then the market moved somewhere here, pulled back, and then pushed forward, and then now it changed character somewhere here. So I'm expecting this order flow to hold and see this part being taken, because market has shifted, what has changed character. As you can see, this is change of character, push back, and then we are expecting it to continue. If you don't know how to mark proper pullback, make sure you check my videos, I have explained there. So I'm expecting this order flow to hold, and as you can see, the momentum is very good. So this is the low that I was expecting to be taken, but this candle has not taken it. Otherwise I would have entered here. So the alternatively is to enter on highest, on lowest probability. If you are in a hurry or you wanted to go out, you would have taken it from this order flow here, or with this imbalance somewhere here, the this order block. But you can see stop loss is going to be bigger, but at least we need to target 1 to 3. If you are moving out of the house and you want to take a risky entry, you should be targeting 1 to 3. So personally, I'm still calm and I'm not taking any trade yet. I'm just observing order flow to see this being taken. Now let me see, it pulls back immediately. So when it pulls back like this, I'm expecting the second order flow is this to be taken. If this is taken, I'm in, because this one will be automatically taken down below here. So we see push. We can equally look for change of character inside here, inside this 15 minutes range. This is 15 minutes. This is the lowest 15 minutes, and this is the lowest 15 minutes. This is the highest 15 minutes. So I'm expecting this to be taken. So if you want to take a risky entry, the best entry is this, but you will not know where to put your stop loss somewhere there. So that is why it is not advisable unless you are working out. This is high probability. So we can see the market is starting to chop around. So the market has pushed down, pushed up, pushed down again. So let's see if this will hold and keep the market selling. As you can see, the market has started selling. So you could technically take your sells from this point. If it pushes back here, stop loss above here for 7 point something pips, but I would take it somewhere here, knowing very well that you can still be chopped out of these highs. But with this imbalance, you can take it from that point and then look at that. But personally, I'm not interested, because I want to see this low getting taken and the low of that particular 4 hours getting taken. I'm just building my case. Now what is the next candle doing? The next candle pulls back to fill more entries, comes back, still not yet. you can see if you took this one and you place your stop loss somewhere there, it was not respected and therefore violated. That is why we only take the second one. So let's keep watching. So what is happening here is that the market has moved upward, pushed down, pushed back. So ideally, if this was to be taken, we should be seeing sells. I'm not yet in trade, so we are observing still, observing, and boom, you can see the other candle. This one is still in trade. So this is now a very good entry point. So if it pushes back, I'm going to take trades because all of the orders have now realigned. All of the orders have now realigned. If it doesn't push back, let's say 50%, I'm not interested, and you just say that your direction was okay, and your direction was okay, but you never found position. So we're expecting it to pull somewhere there, 50%, take another sell. So if you took this one as a risky entry, you could be loading more orders somewhere here. Load more orders. So this would be 11 pip stop loss, not bad. 1 2 3, because this low should be taken, this low should be taken. So 1 2 3 is there, or 1 2 3 should be somewhere here. So like I said, if you are taking this, then you are getting from this point a sell stop loss above there, and this is not news, this is just following order flow. If you follow order flow, it will be like news. The movement will be like news if you are on the flow, you are with the flow. So let's see which one gets tagged. Doesn't tag any. Okay, it comes back, tags it, and therefore we go. So it comes back, tags it. Now this is not correct order flow because there was no taking of liquidity and pullback. So this was the correct pullback, and as you can see, the market came back 50%, tagged you in, and therefore TP smashed. All of them smashed. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then the day has completed its journey. That is good. So all these trades I'm showing you were taken and shared in my Telegram. I do this every day. I mark the 4 hours where should be taken and where not should be taken. So let's go to today's trade. Yesterday I did not trade because I was looking for sells, and only buys were playing out, so I did not take a trade. So let me just remove drawings. So today's trade, I'm going to show you. This is the today's trade. Here yesterday I only found buys and I was not interested in buy, so I just know that that is daily pulling up. So tomorrow I will look for sells. So this is my candle of yesterday's marking. So this was on Friday, so this is Monday. I came back and I just found the market buying, so I did not take it. Why? Because this was at 8 a.m. and you see that the way the impulse was so high. So what happened is I came, marked my pullbacks, because this was the range from this point to this point. So what did the market do? The market did what? Market sold, came back, and you can see it pushed down to take this liquidity and then pushed forward. So immediately I saw this movement here, I knew very well that for the market to keep going down, this one should not be taken. And if this is taken, this is my 4 hours range. I need to see these ones. I need to see this candle being respected and this low being taken. So I was very keen to see this low being taken, but it was not taken. So the market kept going upwards, and then it started ranging. So I did not take any trade yesterday because of this bullish momentum, and you can see immediately it took this and the market started going upward and obeying order flow. So if it was the previous day the market had already been bullish, I would have seen that this is taken here, then order flow pushes back, and then I would take in the second one, which is most probably somewhere I would wait for it to pull down, let's say 50%, because now this is the right place to place your entry, but it would be so big. I always do that if the stop loss is so small. So I would take 50% of the move only if the market the previous day bought. So I would try and look maybe for this last sell before the buy and place my limit there. Sorry, told you I'm not feeling well. So there we go, and then we look for 1 2 3, but since that is low probability, I was not interested. And as you can see, the market really struggled to move upward and then it was bank holiday too, so maybe this would have been a break-even trade, you never know, or it would have been a stop loss. So what happened today, I knew very well that this was just a pullback, and then the following day I'm expecting it to keep selling. So today's trade, I came back, marked the high of this candle and the low, and I was just looking at how order flew yesterday, or order flow was moving. So I'm expecting that this was just a pullback and then we continue. Something like that happened here, pullback, and then we continue. So just mark the high of this and the low of this, and then you start seeing the order flow going in your direction. Now if you start something like this, you just avoid until this low is taken or this high is taken. So like in this case, this low was taken, so I was expecting sales, maybe it didn't happen, so I'm expecting this high to be taken. So immediately this high was taken, we bought the next candle. Or immediately this high was taken, I would have seen 4 hours here shifting, then I would have taken a buy, because now this could not do its function. That is how I reason out, but I try and avoid such. Just go with the one that is moving like this, you will get more good entries. Like if this was the buy, tomorrow I was expecting a buy, the following day I was expecting a buy, the following day I was expecting a buy. This one takes the low of this is just a pullback, I'm expecting buy until we change character. So this is I'm expecting that this just to be a pullback, then this until we change character in daily time frame. So I go to my 4 hours and start monitoring what happened yesterday. So this is the push leg that was a pullback yesterday. So from this point to this point, I just start looking at this candle that was inside here. What were they doing? Now I start marking. This candle bought, then it sold out a little bit. It sold a little bit with this candle, but again it came pick the high of this. So if it picked the high of this, for me to turn to bearish, this becomes my low and high. I can take this or I can take this. So if this was the case, for the market to turn bearish again, it must take this one. It must take this one. So if that is the case, then my high becomes from this point. I don't want to see this one's being violated, and this most probably this one is the best one. But like I said, the second candle, if this second candle is taken, most likely the whole one will be taken. So what happens? So it violates the upper one, but we are not looking for buys. At the same time, the order flow never even shifted in 15 minutes. So what happens? It takes the low of this. If you take the low of this, I know very well that now we are back to sales. So it even goes ahead and take the lows of this. But this is for at midnight. I'm not yet awake. This is 4 a.m. I'm not yet awake. It has taken this, confirming that now we will be selling. Then what happens is this was my waking time. This was my waking time. So if this is my waking time, I know very well that my trading range is already taken. So I'll just be following order flow and see if we can keep going. So I've marked that I honestly want to see this one being taken here again for high probability setups. So I go to 15 minutes and start looking at how the market flew. So the order flow from the top, immediately it took the high of this. The order flow shifted bearish, meaning that we are now again to this is change of character, then this order flow should be respected. This whole order flow, this last order flow should be respected. Again, there's a pullback here, then we have another change of character. But how do you always know that change of character? If we are to continue, this would be change of character. But if we don't continue, this would be liquidity. Same to this. But I'm just placing the change of character because that is what is easily known outside there. So let's move on. So this is change of character, but it does not move upward, so we mark it as liquidity. So we keep breaking structure or IDM. This becomes our 15 minutes break of structure down. As you can see, this was confirmed change of character when this break of structure occurred. It's 15 minutes break of structure. That is order flow. 15 minutes order flow shifted. This was now confirmed. This could be liquidity and this could be change of character. This could be change of character, but this is break of structure confirmed. So we now again observe that we caused another break of structure, pulled back, but now look at what happened here. We move from this point to this point to this point to this point. We cause another change of character. So to confirm that this thing is just a liquidity point, I want to see the market taking the other one. So I'm assuming that this is liquidity. So to confirm that this is liquidity, I won't enter, because I know very well that this could be supply zone, but I don't trade like that. I only trade order flow. So I'm expecting that this supply zone to hold, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it, because sometimes the market can even push somewhere here and then come back. So to make sure that this is holding, I want to see this getting taken, and if this is taken, I immediately enter, because I know that now we are back to bearish. Something that happens here. So immediately this is taken, I will enter and continue with the move. So the reason why I wouldn't enter here is because, of course, 4 hours has been taken, confirming, but you can see there's so much imbalance here. So I'm expecting a little bit of push, then a push. So I would enter somewhere here and keep riding the market down. But since that is end of session, we don't do that. We wait for London to open and continue trading. So market pushes down here, and immediately I see this candle close. There is very limited imbalance up here to keep moving with the price. So I assume that this is my last order flow. So what happens is I took my entry at the pullback of this stop loss just above this imbalance for a 7 pips stop loss. I took that for a 7 pips stop loss. It was exactly 7 pips, and then I took my 1 to 3. My 1 to 3 clocked exactly there, and I was already out. So I got in a little. This stop loss was somewhere here, just like that. It was 1 to 3. I had a 6 point something stop loss, but the stop loss I placed was just about here, and immediately this thing touched here. My take profit was already hit. As you can see, it pulled back, tapped on the order flow, pushed immediately like news, and this is how I ended up my day taking profit. Now let me show you that. So this was the other trade that I was showing you, like this one. Where is the let me show you just the Euro USD one that we just took. So this one, like I can, like this one we've already analyzed. So we took the other one and came back, and we took some sales. So this one was me explaining that I wanted to take this down low, and then we keep selling. So this one was me giving people early entry. Anybody wants early entry, you can take that one. But me, I'm still this one, another one. This one was gold. So this was USD card. We took this USD card. So this was the trade confirms here in real time. Sales confirmed. Why? Because this low has been taken and the momentum is on our favor. So the entry never played out in Euro GBP. As you can see, I started now marking out things, then now it played out. For those who took it, the gold analysis I shared, if this low goes, I sell. You can see order flow shifted here. This was a nice one. Then another break confirming if this closed here, this would be our order flow, and it sold for a 1 to 3. It sold again half. So I share every day all euro pairs. I share every day. So let's go for the today ones. So this is what the today one, TP hit. This was a 1 to 3. I had a stop loss of 6.8. TP hit. I'm done for the day. Nice one, but you can still keep selling. Yeah, I believe sales are still potential. So this was before. This one was me after getting tagged in. Let me check this. So here is the trade. External range marked in a day, that is range high, range low, slaughterhouse zone, avoid. If taken, sells. Internal range 4 hours was already taken, so I was just waiting for second taken, for second this low to be confirmed. So internal range 4 hours, this is how I mark it. So when this was taken, immediately I entered here. I entered on this. Immediately it was taken, I entered, and then this was second entry, but I didn't get second entry because yesterday I was not in profit yesterday, so I couldn't enter. I didn't have more to risk. So 1 to 3 already hit simple. So if you want to join this Telegram, check in the description section. You're going to find a link. I still believe that this thing is going to sell. As you can see, the order flow is starting to match up. So what are we having here? Just in case you watch this, this would be this would be that. So if this is taken, this would be liquidity point. So wait for this thing to be taken and then get in somewhere there for London, for New York, sorry, and keep with the news. So if the news is well, it will be on your favor, but for me, I am done for the day, though it could still sell more and more and more and more.